athletes to your starting mats.
Alright, all athletes, let's get going.
Athletes, stand by.
Athletes to the mats, please.
Judges, stand by.
Judges, athletes, stand by. In 5, 4. And off we go. That's intermediate heats number 4 underway here. In lane 1, she's the man. In lane 2, the unprepared squad. In lane 3, ATG Norwood. In lane 4, 2 Wolves and a Cross. Lane 5, Greedy and the Beast. Lane 6, Tiger Valley JTJ. Lane 7, Inferno 1. Lane 8, because 1 said so. Lane 9, ATG 8 Too Much. Lane 10, Fran and 2 Heroes.
Alright, we are back here live. We did pre-record the other heats. We do apologize with that. All our modems were just not working on this side. The joys of streaming. But we are live here once again. We managed to get one of them working. Currently watching intermediate heat number 4. So stay tuned. We will try and get you all of the live action.
Lane 9 hunting down lane 6. Shortly followed by lane 3. Lane 10 following.
Right, so if you've just tuned in, these athletes will have to do 30 synchronized toes to bar. Then they're going to do 25 box jump overs. That sink is at the bottom, not at the top. Then they're going to move on to 20 squat cleans. The sink is at the top of the squat, not the bottom of the squat. So they can catch it in a squat clean and then stand it up, and then that is the sink at the top. If one athlete's too fast, they can wait at the top standing, and then the other one can catch up. That is 1 round. They have 2 rounds to complete in 9 minutes.
Followed by lane 3, 1 rep behind.
Lane 6 at the moment, Tiger Valley JTJ are in the lead.
Lane 10 and 4. Lane 4 ripping it out. Can they catch and hold? Judges, remember those tie breaks off around 1. Judges, tie breaks off around 1.
Right, remember they have 9 minutes to complete 2 rounds. In the previous heats, the intermediates, only 2 Masters teams, I think it was 2 or 3 Masters teams completed the workout. That was the Masters. They're doing the same intermediate, even though they are in Masters. There's no difference between intermediates and Masters. Only 3 completed the workout. Here in the intermediates, we've yet to have a heat complete this workout. Will we see it here in lane 6? Lane 6 at the moment, Tiger Valley JTJ already onto their synchronized toes bar in round 2. So remember, here in the intermediate division, we've had no one finish just yet.
Lane 6, snuck it through.
Lane 6, Tiger Valley JTJ. They're looking like the hot favorites to finish up here. Will they have enough time with 5 minutes left?
Lane 6 holding a 5-rep lead on lane 3.
Lane 3 now moving up. That's ATG Norwood. Lane 4 now, that's 2 Wolves and a Grace. And lane number 7, Inferno 1. Lane 9, ATG 8 Too Much. Lane 10, Fran and 2 Euros. They've all moved onto their synchronized toes to bar. Remember, it's 2 rounds, 9 minutes.
Intermediate heat 5, you should all be at the start sheet. Intermediate heat 6, you should be in the warm-up area.
3. Hold down lane 6. Only 1 rep left. Oh, no rep on that final one.
Lane 6 had 1 more rep, and then they got no rep there. That's Tiger Valley, JTJ, but here they come. They're the first to move on to those squat, those box jumps.
Hungry for that heat win.
Just obviously
3 minutes left, athletes. 3 minutes left.
3 minutes for these athletes to do what they can. Only 3 minutes to get it done. Yet to see an intermediate team finish up. And lane 6 starting to slow down a lot there. That's Tiger Valley, JTJ. Will this open up the door for the rest of the field?
Lane 6 hole, the only ones back on their box. Stepper was moving on to their squat cleans.
Tiger Valley, JTJ, moving on to the squat cleans. Remember they have to sink at the top, not the bottom of the movement, the top of the movement.
Gotta make sure they break that 90. Lane 9. Back onto their box. Jump overs.
2 minutes left. These athletes have 2 minutes.
Lane 4 and lane 10 partying up for that 3rd position right now. Lane 3 onto their box. Jump overs.
90 seconds.
Well, Tiger Valley, JTJ, get it done. They are at, if I miscounted, I think they're on 15 or 16. They should make it.
Lane 6 hold that lead.
Lane 9 now, ATG 8's Too Much in the mix.
1 minute left, 1 minute.
Okay, I clearly miscounted. So lane 6 got 5 more reps to go, 4 more.
Lane 4 fighting it out to hold on.
Lane 4 now. 2 Wolves and a Grace, as well as lane 3. That's ATG Norwood.
30 seconds.
Lane 4 and 9 find out for 2nd and 3rd.
20.
1 minute left.
And here comes Tiger Valley, JTJ.
Heat 1 for Tiger Valley.
The first intermediate team to get it done. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Massive.
No, really big, massive.
It's big.
Massive guns there, buddy. Massive guns. Huge, like. Those arms are huge.
Great fight out for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of that heat.
And beautifully done there by lane number 6, Tiger Valley, JTJ, just absolutely destroying that one. And finally, we get an intermediate team finishing up there. Next up, intermediate heat 5. Let's see what they can do.
It's just the GoPro that's glitching on the GoPro that's glitching
Intermediate heat 6, make your way to the start sheet, please. Intermediate heat 6, make your way to the start sheet. And then our beloved RX athletes, RX1, make your way to the warm-up area.
Can we try a different key? Try a new key on it.
Athletes to your mat.
Alright, all athletes for intermediate heat 5 to the mats, please. All athletes to your mats, we're going to get started.
Lane 9 needs a score sheet.
If you're not on your mat and we start, we will DQ you.
Judges, stand by.
Judges, athletes, stand by. In 5, 4. And off they go.
Orig.
Right, intermediate heat number 6. You should be there at the start sheet.
Lane 1 and 2 out first.
As I mentioned, the RX, our beloved RX athletes, you should be in the warm-up area, please.
And we are back here live with intermediate heat 5. As we saw, we
Lane
had
1 and 2 rep for rep.
Tiger Valley JTJ, the first intermediate team to complete this workout. They have 30 toes to bar that has to be synced at the top. Then you have 25 box jumps, has to be synced at the bottom, not at the top of the box. And then they're going to move on to those squat cleans. It's synced at the top of the squat, the top of the movement, the squat. They got 2 rounds to complete this in 9 minutes. And as mentioned, we've only had one intermediate team complete this, and that was Tiger Valley JTJ. Here in heat 5.
Lane 4 onto their squat cleans in third. Lane 8 in fourth.
We got the Shack Pack in lane 1. In lane 2, we got Wad Squad. In lane 3, Mommy Issues. In lane 4, Wild Card Warriors. Lane 5, the 3 Amigos. Lane 6, Racks and Sacks. Lane 7, Triple Threat. Lane 8, 152, Buns and Guns. Lane 9, MHC Vicious and Delicious. Lane 10, ATG Kaboom OGs.
Remember those tie breaks. Remember those tie breaks, judges.
3 minutes. RX athletes, heat 1, you should be in the warm-up area. That's our RX athletes, heat 1 in the warm-up area. And heat 6, you should all be at the start sheet.
Lane 1 and 2, rep or rep, going straight to that rig at the same time. Judges those tie breaks. Judges those tie breaks.
We got the 3 Amigos on screen there. They were in the pink there for a moment. We got lane 1 and lane 2. They've moved on. That's the Shack Pack as well as WOD Squad. They are your current
Lane
leaders.
5 is taken third.
And here comes the three amigos from CrossFit PFL. They're now in third place.
4 minutes in, athletes 4 minutes in.
You see them there in the back. They are busy with their
4 and 5.
second round of toes to bar.
One rep difference between
Toes
the
to
two.
bar has to be done synchronized.
Lane 8 making their way to the ring. Lane 7 starting their next round. Lane 2 first to their box jump overs.
So we have lane number 2, currently your leaders, WOD Squad. They are on their second round of box jump overs. They're on your screen at the moment. Rest of the field trying to catch them. What we've seen in the previous heats is that a lot of these athletes have been losing places on that second round for the toes to ring,
Lane 2 CrossFit
toes to
Jersey
bars.
ripping away. Beautiful synchronization.
So it's going to come down to how well they sync, how well the chemistry works with these teams. Remember, this is one of those WODs where you just got to keep moving, you got to keep going. If you take too long a break, it's going to cost you dearly and you're going to get capped in this workout. We've seen it with all the intermediates at this point. We've only had one team finish and they had urgency to finish the workout, where the rest of these guys that I'm looking at right now, I don't know if they're going to finish this workout just because I'm not seeing that urgency to get going. Lane 2, onto those squat cleans. We might have a second team finishing up here. That is WOD Squad from CrossFit Josie. Lane 1, the Shack Pack. And at lane 8, 152 Buns and Guns. They're battling it out for that second and third spot. But your clear leaders at the moment in lane 2, WOD Squad, they got that urgency. They're looking to finish up here. And here comes lane number 7. With triple threat, pure fitness.
All these teams battling it out here. Will we have another team finish this workout?
Lane 1 back onto their squat cleans.
Lane 1, the Shack Pack. They now onto their squat cleans. They're sitting in second. Still looking to see if anyone is going to jump into that third spot, going to the squat cleans.
Lane 8 still
And it looks like
maintaining
lane
that
8.
squat. Can they hold it on the squat
That's
cleans?
152 Buns and Guns. On your screens there that you just saw, those were your current leaders. In lane number 2, WOD Squad.
Gotta make sure the
2
syncing
minutes.
is at the top.
2 minutes, athletes. 2 minutes there.
You see a couple of athletes there.
Lane 2 second.
And lane 2 walks away with that one.
Lane 2, WOD Squad. They walk away with the win here. And it looks like they possibly have the number 1 spot overall. That's unofficial. A lot of these teams need to show some urgency if they want to finish this one up as we fast approach that 1 minute mark.
1 minute left for these athletes. And as I spoke about earlier, they are looking for urgency. Do you want it enough to finish this workout? We've only had 2 intermediate teams complete this workout. We are looking for a third. Lane 8, 152 Buns and Guns. And it looks like lane 1 there, finishing it up there. That's the Shack Pack. That's our third team to finish up. 20 seconds left, athletes. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. And it looks like lane 8 or lane 7. Oh, both of them did. So lane 7, triple threat, as well as lane 8, 152 buns and guns, just getting inside that time cap. As you can see, bodies sprawled everywhere. Tough workout here for these athletes. And that was intermediate heat 5. Next up, our creme de la creme, the top 10 in the intermediate division, stepping to the plate. Intermediate heat 6.
RX Heat 1, you guys can wrap up your warm-ups, make your way to the start sheet. RX Heat 1, make your way to the start sheet, please.
Great work from that last heat, fighting it out as we welcome the next heat in the top 10 spots over here.
Can we not try it?
Yeah, because you got to.
Can I ask you to jump on follow
Our
while I
final
take 8
heat.
minutes lane allocation?
Right, our final heat. The creme de la creme here of the intermediates, the top 10 at the moment. As we saw, we have now 4 teams that completed this workout. Right, all athletes, to your start mats, please. Alright, athletes to the start mat, lane 6. Medics, please, we need a medic. Which lane? Lane 4. Medics, lane 4.
Judges stand by, judges stand by. Medics, seeing that ball please in lane 4. So this heat is highly competitive, sitting in the 10th spot. Athletes have to make sure of that lockout at the top. Athletes stand by.
Right, athletes, judges, stand by. In 5, 4. And off we go. Frikkie didn't do his bicep curls this morning. Couldn't press hard enough on the beat there.
Such a competitive heat, so these athletes better make sure, rep for rep, they are making it count.
Medics, can you just go to the warm-up area and clean the bars there at the warm-up area, please?
Lane 1 representing while lane 3 chases them down. Lane 4 shortly after. Lane 2 coming strong. The box jumpers, jump overs are exactly in their placings as they stand. Lane 7 and 8 fighting it strong against lane 6 now.
RX Heat 1, you guys should be making your way to the start sheets, please. RX Heat 1. Make your way to the start sheet, please.
Jason Pike. Judges, remember those tire brakes. Judges, those tire brakes. Who will make it first back onto their rig, completing round 1? Lane 1 back onto their rig. Tire brake judges. Lane 5 sitting in second. Lane 2.
Remember, this is the creme de la creme of the intermediate at the moment. Your top 10 on the floor. Will any of these guys slide down the leaderboard, or will they hold on to their positions?
Lane 1, 2 and 5 holding first, second and third, while third lane. Can they come back strong and hold it out? Yes, they can.
Five minutes left, athletes, 5 minutes.
And we are back here. We have the top athletes at the moment on the bars. They're all in round number 2. Remember, they have 30 toes to bar, 25 box jump overs, and then 20 squat cleans. And they are already in round number 2. Only 4 teams have completed this workout in the intermediate division. And remember, that's 6 heats. So tough workout here for our intermediates. But it's a close race between lane number 1, that is Farm Fit, as well as lane 5, Rise and Grind.
After this RX, we go to the next workout. If you do the next workout, there's going to be a very big changeover on the field. Just a heads up. After the RX, slightly big change.
Lane 7 coming in third now to their box step overs, box jump overs.
Lane 7, the Connors and the Cougar now in sitting in third. But lane number 1, Team Farm Fit, they are destroying this at the moment, but not too far behind. Lane 5 has made up a tremendous amount of reps on lane number 1.
Between lane 1 and lane 5.
Lane 5, Rise and Grind in second at the moment. Team Farm Fit with a 2-rep lead over Rise and Grind in lane number 5. We're looking for that third place to come in. Lane 5 sitting 5th on that leaderboard at the moment.
1 and 2.
So they can make up some huge points here and move themselves up maybe into a podium position. So lane 2, 3, and 4. That's Team Plotbox, MK Metalheads, and purely under the radar. They're going to have to up their game so that they don't lose that podium spot.
So lane 5, they're currently 5th on the leaderboard. If they get a second or even a first share, they'll jump up and possibly knock lane 2 or 3 out of that podium position. As we see
rep for rep over here.
As we see lane 3 now, they just jumped into the mix at MK Metalheads.
And it is going to be a close one here.
2 minutes happy.
Lane 1 taking the heat 1.
Lane 1 and Team Farmford will hang on to that leader jersey, moving into what number 5 a little bit later today.
Lane 5 struggling to hold on to that plate of those squat cleans.
So Team Farmfit walks away with the win there. And it looks like lane 5 might just hang on to second. They do. Lane 5 gets second spot there. That is going to be interesting.
Great work from lane 5.
And lane 5, Rise and Grind, come away with that second spot. That's going to make things interesting there on the leaderboard later on. What are your thoughts there?
Close call. This heat is all dictating those final points for that final workout of the day. Who will take that top spot?
So Team Farmford with a nice big win there, helping their cause to take that number 1 spot.
1 minute athletes, 1 minute to go.
1 minute left for these athletes. We're still waiting for that third spot. Team Farmfit looks like they're going to be your firm favorites moving into ward number 5. But I love to see a little mix up here where we see lane at number 5, Rise and Grind, CrossFit Rag. They are causing some issues on that podium.
7 takes it.
Lane at number 7 takes the third spot here, the Connors and the Cougar, with only 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds, athletes. 30 seconds. Every rep counts.
Lane 9 takes 4.
20 seconds.
Lane 3 fifth.
10 seconds.
Lane 8 creeping it in, 6th place.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lane 2.
Time.
Lane 2 going in just before the clock. Well done. Alright, athletes.
Nicely done here by all the intermediates, the top 10. We're going to see what that does with lane number 5, Rise and Grind, the story here in what number 4, walking away with it to second place.
Medics, can you please make your way to the barbells and just wipe them down, please, medics? Judges' score sheets. Alright, and now we are going to transition into the RX division. DJ music now. And then ladies and gents, while we await the RX division and the changeover, a massive thank you to all of our athletes, spectators, everyone that has gathered your family members around to really grow the sport in South Africa. And while we do that, what better way to welcome our headline sponsor to make this all happen for us. So as we do that, I'd like to welcome Mr. Brandon Fairweather from Biogen, who heads up Biogen. If we can really give him a round of applause to helping us make this event happen, guys and girls. And thanks very much to Brandon.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure and privilege for us to be involved with this event. And Warren said, give credit to Biogen for making it all happen, but it's actually Warren and his team at Bimani Events making it all happen. We just support, and I think you should give them all a massive round of applause for the event that they've put on. Bimani Events, Warren, Jason, and his team. I'm sure there's other names you can mention them. But this has been a fantastic event that's been growing. I think when squad games first started, something like 120 athletes at the first event, 250 odd at the second, and 400 plus. I don't know what the final number is this year, with 700-800 spectators. So thanks to all of you for coming out and making it successful as well. Without the boxers participating and the athletes and family and friends coming along to join in, it wouldn't be where it is today, and we have no doubt that it's going to grow from strength to strength. So outside of that, a lot of you know Warren used to work closely with Bajan and still does. So when he told me he's going on his own way and he's going to be putting on some world-class events, we had no doubt it was going to be a massive success. And so we knew just to coattail along for the ride. So we're glad to make a small contribution to what's really a growing and prestigious event. And I'm sure it's going to be even bigger and better going forward. So outside of that, as far as the Bajan brand is concerned, a lot of you will know we're all about being your best. And it's really inspiring to see everybody come out and really leave their hearts and souls out on the arena here. It's really been encouraging and inspiring to watch all of you pushing your limits the way that you are. So from our side, thank you also for showing up and for giving your best. And we wish you all the best of luck for the rest of today and for the rest of the series. And stay tuned, because this squad games is going places. So from our side, thank you very much, and thank you for the boxers that we support for also participating and pushing the brand in the way that you do. We're really passionate about sports and fitness, and I encourage you to go check out the range and chat to the team, and make sure you stay hydrated out there. It's a hot day. So good luck to all of you, and well done to Warren and the team again.
All right, ladies and gents, a massive, massive round of applause and a big thank you to Mr. Brandon Feather from Bajan. Again, guys, come on, let's get louder than that, guys. All right. DJ and music. Athletes to your starting mats, please. Athletes to your starting mats.
All right, athletes to your mats, please.
All right, athletes on standby, judges on standby.
Judges, athletes, stand by. In 5, 4, and off we go. This is our RX Heat number 1 underway here at Squad Games 2023, powered by Bajan. Be your best. Don't forget, if you are looking for the very best in sports nutrition, head on over to biogen.co.za or to any of your local discount pharmacies and grab yourself the very best in fitness supplements. And here's Biogen, be your best.
Lane 2 and lane 6 onto turnovers.
We have our RX division here. We are looking to see these athletes complete this workout. Seeing that they are our RX athletes, but remember, a different stimulus as the weights are a lot heavier.
All right, ladies and gents, spectators and athletes, as you've gathered around during the heat, Be sure to make your way over to all the supporting members of our event helping us grow.
Right. So for the men, the weights are 70 kgs. The ladies is 55 kgs. So quite a tough one here, especially with that rep range. You're doing 40 squat cleans in total at 70 and 55. So it's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, in lane number 2, we have CFT TV White Buffalo, and as well as lane number 3, Dodgy Style. They are your current leaders. Lane 6 here in the mix as well. They are Squat Games, Pack Life. Here comes lane 8. Lane 8, Reps for Days, my gym.
So there's a reminder as that round 1 finishes, that tie break.
Athletes, 6 minutes left.
All these athletes onto those squat cleans now. You can definitely see that this is the RX division. Those toes to bars, definitely not an issue as we've seen in the previous heats.
Once again with the RX division being so tough.
But that 70 kgs and 55 kgs, it's quite a tough one. But what's really exciting about this RX division, so the leaderboard is quite close, literally from this heat all the way to your top 10. So don't be surprised if you might see one or two of these teams just sneaking up into a top 10 position. But that's all assuming that heat number 1 doesn't go according to plan with those top 10s.
RX heat number 2, you guys should be at the start shoot. And then RX heat number 3, you should be in the warm-up area.
Lane 6 needs it in to get to that rig. Lane 3 and 2 also fighting it out for second and third.
You see all these guys on that second round.
Hold that lead.
It's lane 1, River Raiders, lane 2, CFTV White Buffalo, lane 3, Dodgy Style. They all onto
Sinking beautifully.
those synchronized toes to bar. Yeah, we got lane number 4 now, Pure Fitness Porters. Lane number 6, quietly going about their business. I'm looking to see if they're going to up the tempo and possibly get themselves onto a 1 or 2 or even a third place position in this heat. That's Squat Gains from Pack Life. So yeah, these athletes are now starting to feel that fatigue in the hip flexors as well as those lower abs, and that sinking becomes just a little bit more difficult. Those legs, you don't realize how much you actually use those hip flexors and the quads to actually get those legs up. If you fatigue that with a squat clean movement
Second place in the box jump overs. Lane 3 coming
and
through.
toes to bars, you're going to suffer there.
3 minutes left, 3 minutes.
So your current leaders at the moment is CFTV White Buffalo, and then we got lane 3, that is Dodgy Style.
Hunting down lane 2.
They're currently sitting in second place. Here comes lane number 1 now, lane number 1, River Raiders. They're from across the 2 rivers.
Lane 6 and lane 1 fighting up for that third spot.
So getting nice and interesting here as lane number 2 now, they move on to their squad cleans at CFTV White Buffalo.
CFTV White Buffalo on those squad cleans, taking a very strain there at the bottom of the squad. Remember, they got 70 kgs and 55 kgs on the bar.
Lane 3 ready to be where the 2 squad leads. And they pick up the pace of the squad leads to catch lane 2.
Don't forget to head to ItsHappening.Africa on YouTube. You can catch the live stream there as well as pre-recorded beats. That's ItsHappening.Africa on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button.
Lane 1 and lane 6 fighting out now as they're making their way to the squad clean.
Just under 90 seconds there for these athletes.
As you can see now, the athletes picking up that tempo. The guys are trailing at the back here, but we're definitely going to get some finishes here in lane 2, lane 1 and lane 3. That's CFTV White Buffalo, River Raiders in lane 1, and then in lane 3 we got Dodgy Style. Lane 4, not too far behind. Lane 4, Pure Fitness Poros. They're looking to get into the mix here. And then on your screens right now, lane number 6, that is Squad Gains. They from Pack Life.
Lane 5 moving on to their box herders.
Seconds, athletes. 20 seconds. Let's go. Come on, let's cheer these guys on. 20 seconds.
Lane 1 and 6 still fighting out word for word. Lane 2 and 3 fighting out the first and second.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time.
And all these athletes getting capped out. And that's going to be interesting leading up into heat number 2. We're going to see, are we going to get anyone to finish this workout? Remember, 9 minutes to complete all that work. It's quite a tough one.
One more workout to go for you athletes as you exit the floor. All right. Let's get for out with next.
Test it. Maybe it's just what? Like some weird magnetic energy coming off you.
Could be my block nose.
Possibly.
Big ups to my wife, Angela Williams, for feeding me and making me hydrate. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's definitely weird.
I think I need to be your height.
Yeah, I agree. When you're down there, I mean, I can't see you behind those plates there, but
I like to be on the level of the athlete. I don't like to be very
Which
comfortable
level?
on a camping chair and a gazebo.
I'm not even on a camping chair.
OCR athletes, OCR athletes have just MC these events.
Alright, all athletes, get yourselves to the mats, please. Gonna get you started soon. See a couple of nervous faces here.
Massive shout out to Lions Bay CrossFit coming out, making this a national event. We've also got 2 teams from Zimbabwe. So a massive round of applause to the 2 teams that has made it all the way out from Zimbabwe.
Ryan's Pack, aka Smiley Pack.
Judge for lane 10, we need a judge in lane 10. Judge lane 10.
heat number 3, you guys can make your way to the start sheet so long. That is heat number 3, make your way to the start sheet so long.
All right, athletes stand by.
Athletes, judges, stand by. In 5, 4, and off they go.
Nice little silent one, Shaw, thank you.
Frikie's struggling there with the weights this morning.
Might be that bacon and egg wrap that he had.
You know what it is? I think we need to get him some whey protein. Get those biceps a little bit bigger.
Visions on offer.
100%.
Sponsor the sound system. Alright, so as we've made our way onto the RX division over here, fighting it out.
And we have heat number 2 here at Squad Games 2023. In heat 1, we have CrossFit PBM. In heat, lane number 2, Pip Mara Stride. Lane 3, Tiger Valley IED. Lane 4, Lions Pack. Lane 5, UJF Wolfpack. Lane 6, Proudly Proform. Lane 7, 2 Euros and Me. Lane 8, ADV Leisure Fit. Lane 9, Full House. Lane 10, Fitness Level 2001. So on your screens now, you see they're already on to those box jump overs. They've completed their 30 synchronized toast bars. Now they're going to do their 25 box jump overs. That sink is at the bottom. So it's not too much pressure to sink at the top. They just have to sink at the bottom. And then once they're done here, they're going to move on to those squat cleans. That squat clean is synced at the top of the squat. So you're going to squat down with the bar, you're going to stand back up, and once you stood back up and you have control of the bar and you're standing straight up, that is the sync. So one athlete, if you're squatting too fast and you come up, you can wait for the other athlete. But if you go down too fast and you miss that sync, then it is a no rep. So you'll see a couple of these athletes. Now that we are in the RX division, a lot of these athletes have experience. So they will wait for the athlete, they'll read the other athlete's body language, and you'll probably find there's a lot of chemistry with these teams. Currently on your screen here, we got lane 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's CrossFit PBM, Pip My Stride, Tiger Valley IED, Lions Pack. Lane 5 here, that's Proudly Proform. You see that pain face there. 70 kgs and 55 kgs. So 70 kgs on the bar for the men, and then 55, the men and ladies share that bar. But still no mean feat. These guys are moving quite fast. They're currently sitting ahead on the time from the previous heat. So look for them to get to the bars a little bit faster than they did in the previous heat. Also, there is a split time. So once they finish their first round, there's a split time for that. And that also might pay dividends later on. It's quite warm out there on the floor. See all these athletes still on those squat cleans. And there you have it, lane number 5 as well as lane 3. Lane 5, UJF Wolfpack.
Lane 3 following them.
And Tiger Valley IED now. Looks like Tiger Valley IED have just overtaken them. They have about a 2-rep lead now over the lane 5, the guys on your screen at the moment. There's lane 5 on your screen right now. And they have gone unbroken. They are still on that bar. Are they going to go a full 30? Surely not. That is a massive set. I do think it might have been 20. But now, is that costly? I don't really believe in those bigger sets because those breaks are a lot longer. And I have tested the theory out. I'm one of those guys who has to test everything. The shorter reps work out better if it's a longer workout. But with this only being 9 minutes, maybe the strategy works out for them. So I might be eating my words. Tiger Valley IED.
Lane 3 now in the lead.
Lane 3 are your leaders. They absolutely destroyed those toasted bar. They did a 20 and a 10 set there. But look at lane number 4. They look like they are going to be possibly jumping into that second spot. I might be wrong with this one. But they've also done a... Yes, they are. They're in second now.
Coming out tied.
So lane 4 sitting in second, that's Lions Pack. They also put in a big shift there on the toaster bar. So we got lane 2, Pimp My Stride, Tiger Valley IED in lane 3, Lions Pack in lane 4. Lane 5, they were your leaders. That's UJF Wolfpack. They dropped right out of it. But look at that. Lane number 3 absolutely once again destroyed the box jumps there. And Tiger Valley IED, your current leaders. And they are looking to be the first RX team to finish this workout. Remember, they got 70 kgs on the bar and 55 kgs. Starting to catch up there a little bit. Remember, the sink is at the top, it's not at the bottom.
Lane 2 and lane 4.
So you see Wolfpack, one athlete will go, the other athlete will wait. You see them there on your screen now, waiting there, and there you go. Synced at the top. Once they've done that, they get that rep. And now they need to be clinical. You can't have any no reps. It's starting to get very close as all the teams are now moving on to those squat cleans. It's a close race there between Pimp My Stride, Tiger Valley Lions Pack, UJF Wolfpack. And every point is going to count in this one.
2 minutes left, athletes. 2 minutes left.
And 2 minutes left here on the clock. And we got these athletes are battling it out for those top 3 spots. But I do think lane number 3, Tiger Valley IED, they are going to walk away with this one possibly. Plenty of time for them to finish up here. One more rep for them in lane number 3. And lane 3, Tiger Valley IED walk away with the win in this one. And that was great stuff there. We're looking for that second place spot. Still some time left, as you can see on the clock there, 1:05.
One minute left.
Big work done here. And look at that. Lane number 2, Pimp My Stride, and then lane number 4, Lions Pack. Beautifully done there. And lane number 10 in 4, that's fitness level 2001. They came out of nowhere.
30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lane 9 and lane 7 just making it in time to finish that workout.
And I think we're going to have a little shake up here on the leaderboard. There's some big pressure here now on heat number 3 as they are up next, the top 10 in the RX division. But some fast blistering times there. And especially by Tiger Valley IED in lane number 3, walking away with a heat win there.
Right, athlete mid. the arena. You can exit out, Biden exit. I'd like to welcome on our next RX meet. Judges, please to your lanes. Judges to your lanes.
I can hear it if you stand up there.
All right, let's welcome on our next heat for the RX division. Come on, ladies and spectators, let's welcome them on board. Come on, big round of applause. Spectators, come on, let's get some energy for these athletes.
Magnetic field.
Judges, this is a reminder for your tie breaks. Round one tie breaks, judges. Athletes to your starting mats, athletes to your starting mats.
Alright, all athletes onto your mats, please.
I think all eyes are on this heat over here, the top 10 spots in the RX division.
La creme de la creme in the RX division.
This over here, plus the previous heat, has some serious that made it through to the semi-finals across the Games Africa.
And just to give you some perspective on that leaderboard as well, Warren, those times set in the previous heat could possibly push a few of these teams out of the top 10 when we go into Ward 5. Alright, all athletes stand by, judges stand by in 5, 4. And off they go, the RX division, the top 10 at Squad Games 2023.
And our top 10 here in the RX division. However, there were some fast times in that previous heat which could shake up the top 10 going into Ward 5 a little bit later today.
25 box jump opens into 20.
So excited to see what happens here. Remember, 70 kgs on the bar and 55 kgs on the bar. It is a heavy weight when you got all this work, and then to come into 20 squat cleans with that weight, it is brutal. So something that a lot of people don't really pay attention is those hip flexors. When you tire those hip flexors out and your lower abs, remember using your core on a squat clean, especially squatting from the hole coming back up. And if you're not too sure what the hole means, it's when your bum's at the bottom of the squat. You basically want your core nice and tight. We call it barring up, or I call it barring up. Tight is light, and if you can't do that with your core tied, your hip flexors tied, it's going to be costly when it comes to those squat cleans. So look at round 2. Round 1 they'll be okay, but when they get to round 2, it's going to be a big shake-up. Look at lane number 5. They are setting up already on the bar, as well as lane number 4. Lane 5 is get fit or die trying. And then lane number 4 is 2 Tanks and Josh. They got the 5th fittest man, and I think it is 8th or 9th. I can't remember now. I might be wrong on that. Fittest for Megan Fall from Kenton CrossFit.
Lane 1 to their squat cleans first.
And now we're going to see what these athletes do.
Blistering pace from all of
So one of our cameramen are asking, yeah, let us know in the comments, do you want for lunch, what is that, chicken and rice? Chicken and rice. It looks very bland, but if you're on that healthy binge, let us know if you're a chicken and health sort of lady or guy in the comments. And then give a thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm going thumbs down, that doesn't look great. I'm all for donuts today. My producers say yes, donuts is the way to go. but we two large men, so we eat anything that we see. And back to the action here. You can see just on your screen right now, they are currently about 1 or 2 reps in the lead. That's lane number 5. Lane number 5. Get fit or die trying for pure fitness. See Angela on the bar there, as well as Damien. And they're out in lane 10. We got Lady and the Champs.
Just under 6 minutes left.
Lane 1. Look at that. They came out of nowhere. They overtook lane number 5. And guess who it is? None other than Chaos Squad. You got Richard Smith, Devin Ramsden, as well as Liani in that one. But here come the rest of the field. In second is lane number 5. That is Get Fit or Die Trying. And then in lane number 4, that is Two Tanks and Josh. Josh is one of those athletes. He's not as serious as the rest of the athletes. I was chatting to him quite a while back, just after semi-finals. He was telling me that he was in the line, waiting to go on to one of the semi-final workouts, and everyone was so serious. And oh, it was the running workout. And he turned on his watch and he turned behind him and he said, "Time to get those discovery points," to one of the guys behind him. And the guy was not impressed with him at all. So good old Josh. Never taking it too seriously, but he's such a phenomenal athlete. And lane number 1. Lane 1 in second now. Lane 5 just a rep ahead of lane 1. So Get Fit or Die Trying is 1 rep ahead of CrossFit's Kyle Army. That's Chaos Squad. However, lane 1, the Chaos Squad, when it comes to that cycling on the bar, they are next level. So keep an eye on that. That was interesting. They actually waited on top of the bar, on top of the boxes. Because remember, that sink is at the bottom, not at the top of the box. So they just waited at the top, rested about 5 seconds, and off they went again. And look at that. They are on to their squat cleans now. Here comes lane 5 now. They are 2 reps ahead of lane number 5 at the moment. So Chaos Squad 2 reps ahead of lane number 5. And there is plenty time here. Get Fit or Die Trying. Could they possibly maybe put out a massive set to try and catch lane number 1? Remember, 70 kgs and 55 kgs on the bar. And they got a great little technique there if you watch them, as well as lane number 5. They are doing a changeover on each bar. They don't just have one person staying on a 70 kg. So the person who does the 70 kg will then move on to the 55. The person who was resting goes on to the 70. Obviously, when the female comes in, she stays on the 55. So nice little strat there, where a lot of the other teams were just staying on that 70 kg the whole time. And I think we're going to have a lot of teams finishing up on this one. But a nice battle here at the moment between lane 1, lane 5, as well as lane 4. Remember, you got some big heavy lifters there in lane 4. They could possibly cycle the bar faster and maybe even sneak in the front. You never know. But here is lane number 1, and they are over. That is Chaos Squad in lane number 1, walking away with possibly the overall win. I need to double check those times. And here comes, and lane 5.
It looks like lane 5 got all their athletes on the mat first. And then lane 4. So lane 5 and then lane 4.
Lane 5 got all their athletes on the mat first. Lane 4 had a straggler there, and that's why the judge could not stop the clock until that athlete got onto the mat. So in first place, Chaos Squad. In second place, Get Fit or Die Trying. And then in third, Two Tanks and a Josh. That is going to shake up the podium positions we're probably going to watch lane 2 and lane 3. That's Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, and the bandits drop off the podium, and you might just see Two Tanks and Josh, as well as Get Fit or Die Trying, moving into that second and third spot. Great fun here at Squad Games, and it's going to be a awesome close finish in that WAD number 5, so don't go anywhere.
1 minute, athletes, come on, let's dig deep.
And we still have plenty points available here for these athletes, so they need to try and finish up. If they can finish up, they're going to get ahead of all those teams that were capped in the previous heats. And if they want to maintain that top 10 position, it's going to come down to finishing this workout.
30 seconds.
Is it going to be lane 7 or lane?
20 seconds.
Make sure of that lockout at the top.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Right, we're going to have a changeover on the floor. It's quite a big changeover, so just bear with us. But beginning heats number 1, you guys can make your way to the warm-up area so long. That's beginning heat number 1. You guys can move over to the warm-up area.
Intermediate, your heats are now live. Intermediate, your heats are now live.